Hello, my crafty friends. How is everyone doing today? I have a quick destash video for you today. As you may or may not know, I've been moving my craft room upstairs from our downstairs, and as I go along and I'm going through everything, when I move it up here, I am doing some destashes. So today I have some books to show you that I've listed in my eBay shop. So I want to make this quick and painless for all of us, and just go through these real quick so you can see what's there in case you would like to. And the prices are going to be super cheap, so it's a total, absolute 100% destash. And there's other things in there too that I'm destashing. If you want to look around if you haven't seen my other destash videos, just take a peek at everything that's in my shop and you'll see what is pretty obviously destash. But this is a little set of 3 paperback books I decided to put together because they're old paperback books, and I think they're very interesting, and that's why I brought them home. But I'm kind of showing you the pages here. This is a 1927, The Palmer Method of Business Writing. So it's a little old paperback book, almost 100 years old. I think somebody traced over this name here, or maybe they wrote their name. I'm not sure right there. Well, no, it says by Anna. It looks like by someone. I think someone. It looks like pencils written over there. Anyway, and so the pages are good. I mean, look at the classroom there. And then there's a lot of writing. How to. I think it's how to. They say business writing, but it's, it looks to me like it's how to learn how to write in cursive. So fun pages to use if you just want to collect this. There's some old notebook paper in there I left in there. That's it right there. I don't know if that's from 1927 or not, but I left it in there. And then here is some writing on this page. So there's a couple pages in here with some writing, but most of them are good. And so you can see little charts and all of the writing, how to write. This is printed, not written in here. All these pages here. And then we get to the back. There's a neat old copy of a certificate there. So I just thought this was a neat little book. I'm sure that's why I brought it home. See, there's some writing on the back cover. The front cover is actually really neat too, but it does have some tears and a little tattered, But anyway, it is what it is. It's almost 100 years old, and there you go. It's still, you can still take the pages out if you want and use them in your junk journal, or to do collaging. That just certain sometimes in collaging you just want different colors of paper and weights and different things on the paper, or just use the whole page. I don't know. That would be for whoever gets these to decide. This one also has a little price written there, but this is a 1952 Farmer's Almanac. See, this one also has a little tear here and a little tattered. Here's the back of this one. Advertisement for Hanes. Get more than you bargained for. Get Hanes. Kind of a cool little old ad there from the 50s. And then here's all the pages, And there's some advertisements in here too. These are fun to cut out and, back with some cardstock and turn into either decorations for your junk journals or journal cards or whatever you want. But quite a few advertisements throughout, so that's nice. Here's an old calendar in the back and an advertisement here for blankets, Chatham blankets. And here's the calendar from it says Short Almanac for the year 1952 right here. So anyway, little interesting book there. And then the third one in this little group is A Popular Science Home Care and Repair Guide. Popular Science right there. How to Do It series. Winter edition, 50 cents. Here's the cover. The spine is a bit tattered and torn. Here's the back. And same thing. I am sure I got this for the pages and for the cover, because that's a pretty cool looking cover there. It is a cardstock type cover, and this one, this cover is more papery, and so is the other one. Let me feel it again. Yeah, that's more papery. I don't know if it's from where or what, but yeah, those are more papery, and this is a cardstock cover on this one. And you can see the size difference in these two. You know, these two are actually about the same size, and this one's a little bigger, of course, so there you go on the size. And I have the sizes, the inches listed in the eBay listing in case you really want to know the exact, pretty much the exact size. But see advertisement in here, and then you have all the little home repair pages, and you can see they're browning. They're, you know, of course, paper. Little pictures here and there, and charts and things. Graphics, illustrations, just, you know, fun pages for whatever you want to use them for. Here's the back. This is really cool. I almost kept it just for this because I was like, oh, I would really like to make something out of this, and especially these cards right here. These are kind of like in order form. I was like, oh, those would be great ephemera, but I didn't take them out. I left them in there. I didn't keep it. I left them in there, and now it's in my Etsy shop with this little bundle, which is, like I said, I don't know if I think I said the prices are all very low on these things because it is truly a Destash. I am not trying to make money on these. I'm just trying to, you know, get some things out of my craft room. So shipping is what it is. I don't charge, you know, like I don't try to make money on shipping or anything. Shipping is what it is. If this ever charges you too much, I refund it. So anyway, this little bundle will come with this ribbon, and most of these things will fit in one of my cellophane bags. I have like those 8.5 by 11 cellophane envelope type things that I put things in. So this will go in there, go in a mailer, and it'll be off to if somebody wants it. Otherwise, I don't know. I haven't decided how long I'm going to let these Destash things sit in my eBay shop, but when I get tired of looking at them, if they're not purchased, I will give them to Goodwill. So just FYI, they're not going to be there forever. Next is a Campbell's Soup cookbook, little red one with a little metal like O-ring binding. It's in a decent shape, really. It's got a little scuff here, and somebody put a little dot there. Maybe it was a price at one time. And then inside, all perfect inside, really. I don't think I've seen any writing in here, or, you know, it's not like I look at every page of these books. So if I don't see something that has a little writing on it or something, but really, I mean, you can see that this was probably never used, so I don't think it was written in. There's some pictures in here, and the little pages are so cute. You can just take this wire binding off and leave the holes, you know, and they make cute little pages. You can put them back together with some washi tape or masking tape or something, and have yourself, you know, an upright 2-page spread to put in a journal. So there's pictures, like I said, and on the pages they have cute little pictures too, like here's some measuring spoons. So I don't want to spend too long on each book, but oh, did I say that one's from 1972? 1972 on that one. Now the rest of them are listed separately, so I want to go through quick so this doesn't take too long for y'all and for me too, but mostly for y'all. Important forest trees of the United States, of the eastern United States. It's a cute little tree guidebook. And I have a few tree books, and I think they're really fun for journals. And these pages, I think, will come out as a 2-page, you know, leaflet or spread. There's 2 staples right here. Take them out, and you've got yourself, you know, 2 pages to put in a journal. But, you know, they have all the information and the pictures of the trees and leaves and things. So you can use the pages as a whole, or you can cut out, you know, if there's something you want to fussy cut, or a portion of it you want to make into a journaling card or something, a tag. So It's a nice little size. It's not too big, so you could make tags out of a whole page, I would say. You know, it might be a little bit bigger tag, but there's no rules on how big or little a tag or journaling card has to be. This cover that I'm measuring right now is 4.5 inches wide, just so you know right off the bat, 7.5 inches tall. Okay, oh, there is another set here. As I forgot, I should have put a ribbon around it. I'm going to do that right now. Let me grab one real quick. Let me grab one. I have some right here that I need to organize and put away somewhere. But yeah, probably about half of this. I have a bag full of these that I haven't organized yet. I have some that I have organized and some that I haven't organized. Let's see. There we go. They're really long because I tore these strips out of like a sheet. So they're really long. You know how long a sheet is. So yeah, and then I use them, cut them as I need it. You know, whatever size I need. See, that'll be like this. So these are 3 Bobbsey twin books that I put all in one bundle in one listing. So they'll come like this with this tied in a bow. I'll do it at the end. But let's look at them real quick. So this one, I have made a journal out of one of these before, and it was one like this. I don't think it was the same story, but it was one like this. It's really cute and got a cute picture on the front for a journal if you want to turn this into a journal. Here's the back. And let's see, what do I want to point out? Oh, it's got a little something right here going on with the spine, a little tear or split or something. But if you're going to make a journal, you would just probably be cutting that off anyway. And then the inside is, as you can see, perfect. No, I'm sure this doesn't look like it was ever used really either. It's got a couple pictures, lots of pages. I just saw the copyright go by. Let me see. 1961. 1961 on that one. So a nice vintage book there. And then these two, you know, are Bobbsey twins, a blue and a red. And I thought I like the colors. This is a pretty blue too. And let's see. It's cold today and I'm allergic to cold weather. For real. Okay, so these are just old. You know, these are old. I'll find if I can find the date. I don't remember if I found a date on these, but you see the spine here. It's together, but you know, it's old looking. Let's see this one too. See, it's getting ready to. It's not getting ready to let go. It's actually still on there really good, but it is worn there. So, and then these I think probably were very inexpensive books to begin with, and I think that's how they made them, to be inexpensive books for whatever age read these books, you know, kids or older kids or, you know, young teenagers or whatever. But so they made them inexpensive, and that I can tell, or you can tell too, by the paper. It's just that really old, you know, cheap paper that almost feels like, to me, almost feels like construction paper. You know what I mean? So let's see if we can find a copyright. But these would be cute little journal covers is what the main point is of having these. So let's see, we've got the title page, and then maybe there's no copyright in here. They saved money by not printing the copyright too, because I don't see it. I'll look one more time. Yep, nope. You can probably look, if you really wanted to know, you could probably look up online and find a date for these. I've done that before. Like somebody else will have found the date or have the date, you know, even on eBay, or just Google it or whatever. But there's the blue one, and this is, I don't know if these are the same story or what. This is Merry Days Indoors and Out. Merry Days Indoors and Out. Is that the name of the story? There's the red one. There's this can probably be clean. I haven't cleaned these or anything, so that might be able to be cleaned up a little bit. But you see the picture. It's the same picture here. It looks, well, no, see, it has a different title too, though. The Bobbsey Twins in the Country, and this one's, like I just said, Merry Days Indoors and Out. So then this one, let's see. I'm going to show you the spine real quick. See, same thing. It's worn, but still nicely together. Like, it's not coming apart right now. You know what I mean? But it would be very easy to take it apart. Same type of pages. And yeah, it says in the country right here. Like that one said had the other name. And that this one just doesn't have the name on the outside, but this one does. Okay, so the spine right here is coming undone. I didn't see that. See that right there? Right here. So it's ready for a journal. Ready to be a journal. This one's not coming apart at all. I love this blue though. It's really pretty. So yeah, and again, I'm sure if that other one didn't have a date, I'm sure this was not going to have a date. Well, I'm not sure. That's why I'm looking. Yeah, no date on that either. So anyway, that's a set of 3 that's in my shop too. So that's a second little triple bundle. So, and then I'll just, it won't come wrapped like this because it's too deep, but I'll separate them out and get them in, try to get them into one, envelope to mail them. And then next, this is a hymnal, the Cokesbury hymnal. I think I listed these in separate. They're either together or separate, but they're priced separately. They're not a bundle, I don't believe. But yeah, I had listed a lot of hymnals, and then I found 2 more amongst my things, so amongst my books. So neat old cover though for a vintage journal. If you wanted to use the cover, or maybe you just want the pages, all the hymn book pages, and that one's torn. And yeah, the previous, this is 1925 right here, by the way, and there's some writing here, and you can see the age. But yeah, the hymnals have been selling surprisingly well. I don't know why so many people want hymnals, but I never, I collected them from thrift stores, and I didn't think anything about it. I just wanted them for the book pages, really. And oh, here's the copyright. I think a lot of times it's hard to tell the copyright because they have the copyright of the music itself, but this one has it over here. And this also says this one says 1943 or 23. Wait a minute, no, 43. This is 1943 there. And then in handwriting here it said 1925. So your guess is as good as mine, apparently. But anyway, that's that one that's listed, old hymnal. If you like a grungy, kind of really vintagey looking cover, this would be a nice one. I mean, I do like making journals like that. Just the natural patina of the wear on here is really neat. So, and then the next one is this hymnal with the burgundy cover. That one's greenish. This one's burgundy or maroon. I would say closer to maroon because it's a darker, not the brighter red like burgundy. This one has a library card in it, which is very interesting. Like, they had a hymnal in somebody, maybe it was a church library, I don't know. Here's the library card over on this side. So, I don't know. Thomas F. Holgate Library. You could look up the library. I haven't done that. Here it is again. And now there's a date on here. It says the name of the library, gift of an anonymous donor, typed with a typewriter, June 1959. So it was donated in 1959 to this library. Discarded, withdrawn in November of 72. Oh, interesting. Here, see, it's coming apart there, the spine. And here's the pages. But very interesting. A little bit of color there with the red pen. But there you go. It's thin, a thinner spine. Like most of the hymn books you used in church, or hymn books I remember from church are about twice as wide as this. So And a lot of the ones in my shop are like that, but these are thinner and really neat little covers. So those are available. And then the last one is this Harbrace College Handbook. This is an old one, but I think they kept making these for a long time. I don't remember if I had one in college or not. I may have, but of course it was a newer version or edition. But here's this one. This would make a cute little journal cover. It's smaller than the hymn books. Let me show you. See that? How cute. These are cool. These are only, these two are about the same size as two hymn books. They're about 6 inches. They're just under 6 inches wide. So nice size to be able to use like 8.5 by 11 paper pretty much. And or actually that or 12 by 12 paper, just fold it in half and you have your 6 inches. You just have to cut off the top or the bottom. So that. And then this little guy here. And there's a lot of pencil here. So, you know, if you made it into a journal, you would want to cover that up. Little pencil right here. And then there's some writing here of somebody wrote geometry several times over and over there. But this side is good. There's a little, you know, aging there, but you have all your inside cover there. You could try to erase that. You know, if you wanted to, you know, take that challenge on, you could erase that. And there was a little bit of writing here on a few of the pages, but not much. You can see they're mostly all good. See, this one's torn out, and there's a little bit of writing there, here in the back. But see, there's some words underlined. See what I'm talking about? But most of them, if you look, there's a little bit of writing there, a little bit of writing there. But you have plenty of pages to use if you did want to use the pages for something. There's plenty without writing on them, believe me. So, yeah, that's it. That's all the books I've listed this week. So I wanted to share that with you. I did have I have more in there, more books that I've previously listed. So, yeah, like I said, if you haven't checked out my shop or, you know, seen any of these stashes I've done so far, you know, the listing's always below. It's usually the first thing in my description box, so you can just click on it and go right there. And it's set up as a shop. I don't know if you know, but eBay, you know, just like Etsy, you can have your own shop, so everything's together. You know what I mean? Because if you just go, you can be an individual and list something on Etsy and not have an Etsy shop. I mean, eBay. Listed on eBay and not have an eBay shop. But I have an eBay shop so that I can have everything together and just have one link for you. And you go straight to, it's called Sheree Shop. So, thanks for watching. And I'll see you in my next video. And stay tuned for probably 2 more destashes this weekend. One fabric. I'm just going to have 1 fabric destash bundle. That's it for now. And 1, I'm calling it baby themed. So if you're making a baby journal or want any kind of baby type stuff, baby related stuff, stay tuned for that. I'm going to have 1 baby bundle of destash things. So stay tuned. Those will be the next couple of days. And then we'll be back to whatever else is going on around here. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Have a great weekend.